Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Catty Crypto here. So I've done a little bit of digging, looking what's out there, what's going on, what are the current events. Before we dive into this, if you need to get hold of me, you can always jump into our Telegram group. The link's on my Twitter, and you can @ me and I will get straight back to you. Beware of people pretending to be me when you join, DMing you. I will not DM you unless I've said so first in the group chat. You know it's me because it's got CEO next to my name, and it's pretty obvious that I'm the owner of that Telegram group. So folks, do stay safe out there. So let's dive straight into this good news. Now we have a confirmed date for the tax parameter proposal itself, and the exact date that is set in stone, which was the exact question I asked, being 10th of September on or before. So we could see it within the next 4 days beforehand. If not, it's definitely set in stone to happen on the 10th. If the tax and burn should pass, the target activation epoch is 94, and the block height being 9475200, and that will land on around September 20th. So should have activation of the burn tax this month around the 20th of September, depending on the block speed. But what we do know about the block speed, things land when they should at the moment, and the restoring and restoration of the governance and the staking side of the whole POS blockchain, which is proof of stake, being restored. And Ed's confirmed this, as you can see, and someone said to me, yes, I think this is it, and I just wanted it to be confirmed by a dev or by Ed himself. So there you have it, exactly set in stone when your burn tax is coming. The parameter change proposal will be on the 10th or beforehand, and then your actual block activation is on the 20th. And we told you the block. We'll correct the ticker if we need to, but I think the burn ticker, is it up on here? Okay, no, then we'll get a burn ticker up for you folks. We've got so many tickers up on here, even the Ethereum merge, because it's so important that we understand how important the merge is for the whole crypto space itself. It's so important, and it could be that catalyst to start the next bull run. And because we're already running, we should run with it even further, and we should get dragged upwards by Ethereum and possibly Bitcoin if Ethereum drags the whole market up. So it could be a combo of the both triggering the next bull run. That's not to say it's going to happen, but who knows what triggers bull runs? No one can actually tell you. It's not set in stone. No one has a crystal ball exactly how these bull runs happen, when they happen. And people will say, well, history repeats itself and all these different kind of things, but anything can change at any time, economically and externally, internally inside crypto. So always important to understand, like I'm saying, what's going on in the overall market. So we'll get a ticker up on here. We have noticed quite a lot, well, pretty much a larger inflow into the website, and it's growing daily, and it's good to see that this website we've created for the community is really getting out there. And my hat's off to the developer of the website, because I only pretty much relay my input of what the ways that the site should and could be molded, and he makes the dreams a reality. So my hat's always off to him. So what does this all mean? Well, this means this month, in the next 4 days, a proposal is going to go up. That proposal will be combined with an Agora text. You'll be able to read the Agora text, and now you will be able to vote. And for obvious reasons, it's going to pass, because we're not actually voting for the burn tax implementation. It's already there. We're setting the percentage rate for the burn. So it was supposed to be 1.2%. We'll have to see what they say in the proposal, see if they made any changes, but I don't think they would, because it's kind of the best way to say it is shooting yourself in the foot, isn't it, really? Because why would you do that? Why would you agree to 1.2% and then not implement that exact number? So there's a lot of data to be collected this month. I'm going to be monitoring it myself. The devs I work with will likely be monitoring it. And yeah, sorry about last night with Vegas. I think he's just so busy where he flew back to England yesterday he landed in. I think he was just really tired. He did call me. It was pretty late at night, so we didn't really have time to hash out anything and get a video going pretty much. But hopefully this evening we are having him on. And it should be today at some point. So there's just external factors sometimes, and people have got their own personal lives. But this is really good. Why is this really good? Because the merge is happening this month. We're going to be getting the burn tax this month. It could all just land perfectly, absolutely perfectly. And there's a lot of talk across, you know, the community itself about this whole USTC plan. But my advice to you folks is focus on what's happening now. And what we need right now is utility, the burn tax, and just keeping positive momentum moving and not providing anything that's really going to slow or hinder our upwards movement. Because a lot of people will sit and see things from a developer's standpoint, that there's so many standpoints to look at it from. There's ways to look at it from the people who have been deeply affected by this. There's ways to look at it from the community's perspective, a dev's perspective, a validator's perspective, and node operators and things like that. Everybody sees things from a different perspective and from a different picture, and it's always good to remain as unbiased as possible and just try and not so much please everyone, because you're never ever going to be able to do that, but try and work with as many people as you can. And it's all about creating more friendships and not so much finding problems and stuff like that. But a lot of people will see, I always see people debating things out, and I think it's great because I'm seeing two people speak about an issue and they're discussing their problems inside their head and they're talking about it back and forth. And a lot of people will be like, you know, you guys need to stop this back and forth stuff. And it's nice to see people in the community actually talking and debating things, because it's good to ask questions. It's always good to ask questions. Sorry, I was just wondering what the cat was doing. But yeah, it's always good to ask questions in this game, or whatever you want to call it. For me, I call this the cryptoverse, the crypto space. A lot of people refer to it in a lot of different ways, but we're just one big community, one big family, and we're all pushing for the overall adoption of crypto outside of the things that you are personally involved with, like say if you're involved with UST or LUNACLASSIC or other coins. And a little kind of end of video sum up as well. If you've got assets that you need to use the shuttle for, Terra shuttle, you need to do it as soon as possible. I'll leave a link in the description to the tweet that TFL put out explaining exactly what's going on with it. We have covered it many times, but just be aware that if you've got things you move through Terra shuttle a lot, get it all done now, because it's going. You're not going to be able to use it anymore. So stay safe out there, folks. None of this is financial advice. Beware of scammers, doppelgangers, anybody pretending to be me, anyone posting WhatsApp numbers, anybody DMing you. I'll never DM you unless I state first in the Telegram group that I am. Tap a little like on the way out. Hit a subscribe if you haven't. Catch you in the next one.